So
what I think is, sorry, what?
Simultaneously 4 people trying to do this.
I'm just like, this has me thinking, because like I've never done a raid video, and I can definitely see how it has its cons, like where it's repetitive, it's too long, it's, you know, not a great experience for your regulars. So would you recommend like a 10 to 30 second like elevator pitch video with multiple versions and multiple clips, or like, is there something that's just significantly better overall as a strategy?
I think it depends on what you're going after, you know?
I recommend feeding your soul. Whatever feeds your soul. I know that I love creating videos and doing video work. So if I have to create 5 like videos that are sandwiched with my value proposition.
Sandwiches.
Yeah, baby. If I have to do that, that's something I want to do. And then I could set it up in some tool and have it randomly go through. And then the second piece that I think I'm going to jump on Dan about is having your elevator pitch of saying, this is what I do, this is why I'm here, and then here's the context of where we are. But as long as you know how to describe yourself in your stream, that's a really hard thing to do.
I think so.
And so that's why, where if you don't know how to describe that, then a raid video might be able to describe that feeling in a better way that you can put into words.
Mm-hmm. With like clips of your actual content, like hype moments and stuff.
Right. And if you do have something you've written, say, hey, you know, my name is Taylor. I run marketing for creators. So happy to hear you. I'm here to grow your audience and make a living doing what you love. That's my elevator pitch, right? I've discovered that. But if you kind of don't know what that is, or you can't get perspective on that feeling, someone has to create that feeling for you, or you know, you have to derive that out of something. And so it's that kind of piece of like, I am here. I was brought here by a stranger. It's like you're introducing somebody. Hey, this is my friend Loco. She runs StreamerSquare. She's great, and she has pink headphones. Like that's, you know, my pitch of saying, here, I've brought these people to you. Whereas instead, you know, I'm rating you, and you go, hey, my name is Loco. I run StreamerSquare, and I've got pink headphones. Like that's, you know, that's if you're introduced to somebody, and that's kind of the analogy here. Because when you meet somebody and they go, hey, here's my friend Jerry. Cool.
Who's Jerry?
Who's
Jerry?
No, you're going to just take down Jerry's phone number. He's great.
Yeah, that's it. Like, okay.
You know what I mean? That's what a raid is without any context.
Can Loco's new raid response just be, hey, I'm Loco, I run StreamerSquare, and I have pink headphones?
Yeah, we're just going to take this clip.
So what about the approach of just trying to continue what you're already doing as much as possible? Like, do you find that's appealing, and then kind of do your elevator pitch alongside that? So get them engaged into like, oh, this is what we're actively doing here. Watch what we're doing over here.
So I think the number one most effective but hardest way to respond to a raid is to continue what you're doing while also telling a story or saying something that describes you in a brand, but not directly, right? So and I learned this from coming up in the comedy world and just knowing stand-up and where all these people come from, and I listen to a billion different podcasts. And the biggest way to how I show like I show my friends all these podcasts, the biggest way I show what's going on is showing them something of how they're describing themselves without describing themselves. So they'll tell a story, or think about it. How often do you know the person that's rating you? It's probably like 95% of the time, right? You probably know the channel that's rating you. I like to tell a story on how my content connects with their content, or basically how my experiences with the person rating and how much fun we've had, or something I remember.
Trying to find that like overlap, I guess, with your audience and their audience.
Yeah, that overlap while telling a story in your best way, while being the best you possibly can. It's the hardest way to do it, but I like to throw in as many jokes as possible and making people laugh while connecting my channel to theirs, while bridging that gap. John Sandman's the like one of the funniest people that comes in and like he hosts me every now and then, and I know his audience so well. I know what's going to make them laugh and how I can connect what I'm doing to what he was just doing. And
you,
that's
you also can like steer your personality and energy towards like mimic kind of what that streamer that's rating you does.